On to Manchester United. So before last night, there was one or two people who felt City will stuff Villa. A lot of people fancied Chelsea at Old Trafford, but no, it wasn't to be. United, that's the best they've played for a long while, I think. Manager Erik Ten Hag has rejected crisis talk around the club and insists his team is now moving in the right direction. 2 goals from McTominay, again brilliant, sealed a 2-1 victory against Chelsea, the first time this season the Ten Hag side had beaten a team in the Premier League's current top 10.
Oh, no.
Join us now for more of this, United stand presenter Beth Tucker. Beth, a very good morning.
Good morning, Beth.
Good morning to you guys too. I'm happy this morning.
Oh, Beth, that is just what you need going into Christmas, isn't it? You need a thumping victory like that over a top 10 side, and United now have to move on and keep this run going.
No, exactly, 100%. I just heard what you were saying then, and for me, definitely the best that we've played all season, the best that I've seen us play. When we have won games, I don't know how on earth this has happened, but we are only 3 points behind City in the table, which is wild. Like, I looked at that last night, I was like, how is that? Because we've played so poorly throughout the season, but that was the first time I've seen us actually get a result, but also play really well as well. I mean, it should have been like 5-1, to be honest with you. We should have scored way more goals. That's one thing we need to work on. But I'm not getting too carried away because that Chelsea team does blow hot and cold. And I thought they also made us look good because they were quite poor as well. But the attitude was dead on, and that's what you need, especially after that horrible display at Newcastle.
Yeah, what about the fans? Were the fans right behind the side then?
Yeah, I was in Old Trafford. The fans were absolutely behind the side. And Erik Ten Hag as well. When Erik Ten Hag was coming down the tunnel, like the whole of the Stretford end was singing Erik Ten Hag's army and singing his name. I think what the fans showed last night is that the fan base isn't going to back down on another manager again in this cycle. We've seen the cycle before. I don't know if it's the players or what, but the leaks come out that they're not behind the manager, and that the manager gets thrown under the bus in the media when things start to go wrong. We had it with Jose, we had it with Ollie, we had it with Louis van Gaal. We've had it with every manager post Sir Alex Ferguson. I don't think the fans are going to fall for that this time, and I really do think we have to stick behind this manager and have to let him see it out, especially with Sir Jim coming into the club. And yesterday was a really good step in the right direction with the performance as well. It's the first time I can actually see, because a lot of people complain about Erik Ten Hag's style of play. It's the first time you could actually see what he's trying to do, pressing from the front, but everyone was actually putting in the work rate to make it successful. The triangles on the width with Garnacho, Bruno, Luke Shaw, and then Dalot, McTominay and Anthony on the other side. It was working really well, so I was happy with that.
I was trying to listen to when Rashford got brought on to see the reception, but I couldn't because Villa were attacking on my other screen. But what reception did he get? Because I've heard that he wasn't very good. And was that the right decision now that Man United fans wanted him to be dropped, Martial to be dropped?
It was definitely the right decision to drop them. You can't play for Manchester United and not put in 100% effort. And nobody can sit here and tell me that Marcus Rashford's been putting in 100% effort. Martial as well, but I think Rashford's been in the starting 11 all season. And this has been going on for weeks now. The media only really picked up on it after the Newcastle game, but it's been going on for a long time. The fan base, this is the most I've ever seen them frustrated with Marcus Rashford. And we had the whole Ralph Rangnick era where he got dropped for Elanga. To be honest, when he came on, I didn't notice anything untoward. And then 5 minutes after he's on the pitch, they were singing his name and they were singing his song. But then still, with Rashford, I don't know what it is. He just doesn't look happy.
You know what it is, Beth?
No.
I was speaking to a Manchester United fan, that picking my daughter from school, passionate Man United fan, and he was just saying to me that, he just looks like he's not happy. I mean, when he scored his last goal, the players had to push him towards celebrating in front of the United fans. It's like he's got something. Maybe he's upset with United fans for the criticism he's got, but he just doesn't look happy, does he? And the way he didn't track Livramento against Newcastle just left him to run forward. You can't do that, can you?
I don't know how it can be. I really don't know how it can be. You're on 350 grand a week, playing for your boyhood club, and you're the star of the team. Erik Ten Hag's put so much faith in this season, played him through bad game after bad game after bad game, and you can't even repay him by tracking back. I've said it so many times. I can accept that players go through a bad vein of form. I can accept that, not getting the assists, not getting the goals. That's fine. Even though you want that as United fans, that's fine. What you can't accept is the effort levels. And the fact of the matter is, one of the big reasons we played a lot better last night was because everybody was on the same page. The whole front three was pressing together. I've seen so many times this season, Bruno Fernandes running into nowhere because you've got Rashford on one side that's not doing the work properly. So then the whole press collapses. Yesterday, you have everyone on the same page. And Rashford, for me, he really needs to step up because look at Garnacho. He's securing down that left wing spot. That was everyone thought that's Marcus Rashford's. Like no one's going to be able to get that spot. Garnacho's got, I think it's 3 goal contributions in the last 4 games. Again, was one of the best players last night. Anthony on the right wing's Erik Ten Hag signing for a lot of money. I know he's not performed to the levels we want, but at least he's putting the effort in. So Rashford, for me, he comes on at centre forward. We know that's not his position. And again, it just looked lacklustre. And like you said, doesn't look happy, but no. I can't put a finger on it why.
Well, they've got to keep it going, Beth, but that was much improved, much better. Thank you for joining us, Beth.
Well
Thank you. United Stand presenter there, Beth Tucker.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.